Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle Rules, which are the equivalent rule sets of the VGC 2018 season, or until January the 1st, like I said yesterday. But we will be kicking off again today with that Tapu Bulu team. We made some changes yesterday, introduced the Drift Blend, changed up the Tapu Bulu, and wow, what a game we had yesterday. And to finish the episode with, it kind of dragged on and on and on and on and on. I tried to speed it up the best I could and just kind of squash it all down. But Tapu Bulu coming through, massively clutch for us in the end there, and struggling all the way to beat that Cortana 1-on-1. So, really cool game. Hopefully you have a couple of faster games today. The team is quite slow on operating, but hopefully we bump into some good opponents again, and we can get through them, because as I said yesterday, there was a few occasions where we kind of missed a trick there, and the games did drag on a little longer than what we wanted them to. So hopefully that's different today, as we have our first opponent, and they are running a team of Arcanine, Alolan Ninetales, Garchomp, Vikavolt, Tapu Fini, and Alolan Muck. So what have we got? Got no obvious speed control on the team, apart from maybe String Shot, Electro Web on the Vikavolt. We could potentially have Bulldoze on the Arcanine, Icy Wind on the Ninetales, but no Trick Room, no Tailwind here. So I do feel like Mudsdale could be very good, obviously because of the Muck. We do need to be careful for that Ninetales though, but we are going to need something to hit that Vikavolt with. So we probably will need our Arcanine. Arcanine's not a bad lead here to get the Intimidates off and things like that. So, do we lead Bulu, Arcanine? Do we need a Trick Room here? Maybe it probably will help, I would imagine. But then we could just go Tailwind, which might be a bit better. We've got not really much to stop the Auroraville though, which is a bit of an issue as well, apart from our Drifblim. So we could actually lead Drifblim, get the Rain up, bring Arcanine, and probably Mudsdale in the back. Let's go with that, yeah? Let's go with that. And the only reason I'm leading Drifblim here is because we've got that manual rain, we've got Rain Dance on it. Could be a bit awkward, we are powering up the Tapu Fini potentially, but stopping the Auroraville is going to be nice as an option to do that. So, let's see how we get on in this match. Hopefully, like I say, it's not going to be as dragged on as it was yesterday. As much as those matches are nice to play and it's a bit of a slogfest and stuff, it's not great viewing for you guys. So I want to keep things a bit more streamlined. As we see my opponent lead off with that Alolan Ninetales and Alolan Muck. So not a great lead for us, because both Pokemon threaten both of ours. But we are going to be able to get that Rain up. It will kind of help us out a little bit. And, possibly go for a substitute here with our Tapu Bulu. Or we could just switch in our Arcanine, which might not be a bad option doing that. Or do we wait a turn, get a sub up, and get that Rain Dance up right now? I think we probably do that. Then the next turn, maybe switch in Arcanine, go for that Will-O-Wisp. So there's the Rain going up. Auroraville fails. Substitute. And we'll probably see a Poison Jab come out from the Muck into Tapu Bulu. Ooh, going for a Curse. So we get a free sub up, which is fine by me, because we can go for that Will-O-Wisp and Leech Seed into that slot this next turn. You've got to imagine though that the Ninetales potentially switches out here. Which would be a bit awkward, because if it switches out for the Fini, then we're not going to be able to get that Leech Seed off into that slot. But we'll go for it regardless. We've got to imagine the Tapu Fini in the back though. No switch out though. We do get the Will-O-Wisp off into the Muck, which is nice. And we are going to get a Leech Seed off into it as well. We see a Freeze Dry coming out into Tapu Bulu. But if my opponent's doubled into this slot, then we're probably going to lose Tapu Bulu. Kind of a little bit of an oversight from ourselves here. Poison jab. Yeah, this is gonna... You've got to imagine. Oh, we survived! Okay, so that is huge for us. Right, the burn coming in massive for us there. Okay, so now we can potentially go for a Tailwind. Just protect the Tapu Bulu, get some more of that health back. Force that Muck to either switch out. Yeah, so I think I will. I'll just protect here with Tapu Bulu. And I'll go for a Tailwind with a Drift Blade while we've got the opportunity to. So there's the Protect coming out from Tapu Bulu. No switches again on my opponent's side of the field. We just see a Tailwind from ourselves, and we're going to see this Ninetales going to do Freeze Dry again into Bulu and Knock Off into Drift Blade. Yeah, because of the burn and the boost that we've had to our defenses, we take that quite comfortably here. Now we've got the problem again right away where we could be doubled into here with Tapu Bulu. So we probably want to switch out here because we're not going to be able to take another Poison Jab, not from this range. But we are recovering a lot of damage back through the Leech Seed, Grassy Terrain and Leftovers recovery as well. So Bulu's in a good shape to come back in later on in the game if we decide to do that. So I am going to switch it out here. Arcanine's an obvious nice switch in, and I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball into that Ninetales to get some damage on it, potentially break a Sash there, and anything coming on that slot's going to take decent enough damage anyway. So we will switch out Tapu Bulu. You've got to think my opponent has to double into it really, because in case we go for that substitute again, we do get the Intimidate off. More importantly onto the Muck here, further just nullifying that curse. And get a little bit of damage onto the Ninetales and get a special defensive drop onto it. We see a Freeze Ray come out into that Arcanine, but Arcanine in a Fire type, it's not very effective, taking it very well, and as we expected, the double up into that slot, so good switching with Arcanine. And because of that Leech Seed, we're going to be able to get a little bit more health back onto our Arcanine from that opposing Muck. And you've got to imagine that maybe at this point my opponent wants to switch at their board position. Like, this is a good time for that Tapu Fini to come in now, I think. But we've got to take care of the Muck. I think I'm going to go for a Bulldoze, and I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball again into the Ninetales slot. Bulldoze is going to be reduced in power, but at least we'll be reducing the speed of whatever comes in for when our Tailwind does end. So there's the Ninetales switching out, and Arcanine coming in. Okay. So we could potentially get our Mudsdale in this next turn. Shadow Ball into that Arcanine. No, damage isn't too bad. It's not brilliant. Obviously the Grassy Terrain reducing the damage of the Bulldoze, but more importantly we will be getting those speed drops, which will be helping us out to no end. We do see the knockoff come out from the Alolan Muck, take our barrier away, but the rain does stop here. Now I think, yeah, what we'll do is switch out Arcanine, bring in Mudsdale, and then we can start really putting on a lot of pressure with it, with those ground type attacks and so on and so on. Arcanine's not in bad shape here at all, really. So, Grassy Terrain does disappear though. We'll switch in Mudsdale right now. Do I go for another Rain Dance? I probably... Do I just go for a Shadow Ball into the Arcanine? Just a Flare Blitz probably will do quite a bit of damage, and if we can just reduce that, it's going to help us out. So probably going for that Rain Dance is going to be the better move here, I think. Just to conserve the longevity of our Drift Blade. Because you've got to imagine that is the slot that the Arcanine wants to hit into. Muck retreating here. Tapu Fini coming in. So that Rain Dance not going to be helping us out too much right now, but we can adjust our board position again and potentially go for switch the Mudsdale out into Tapu Bulu this next turn. Maybe Tapu Bulu there would have been a good switch in, but it's always risky in front of Muck doing that. We do see the Flare Blitz come out from the Arcanine. So, did help us take that, but we've got to worry about... So the Tailwind does hit her out here. Now I'm going to bring in Tapu Bulu for Mudsdale, overwrite the terrain here. I'm going to just go for a Shadow Ball into Arcanine. So we will get rid of that misty terrain. We maybe should have went for a Tailwind there as well, being a bit hasty. Helping Hand coming out from the Tapu Fini. Excuse me. Shadow Ball. Again doing alright damage to this Arcanine. Moonblast coming out. Helping Hand, is that going to be enough to take down Blim? It is. Okay, so we missed a trick there with that. Not being able to get our Tailwind up. And now the Ninetales can come back in at any point and set that Aurora Veil up, which is a bit awkward. Depends on the speed. Like, Finny's going to outspeed Bulu. Easy peasy, I think. So we're probably better off bringing in... No. Let's bring in Mudsdale, Protect. Do we go for a substitute with Bulu here? Because the Finny's probably gonna... The Finny probably protects or switches out here. You've got to imagine. We could just go for a Horn Leech, straight Horn Leech. Yeah, let's just go for the Horn Leech. So you don't know whether that Finny is Scarfed or Specs or whatever. Finny just switches out. So we're going to get at least a high horsepower into this Arcanine, take the Arcanine down potentially. Get a Horn Leech into the Muck. Okay, so it is actually the Ninetales coming back in. Horn Leech will not be doing very much damage at all, but alright in the grassy terrain, I guess. High horsepower should do decent enough damage. If not, yeah, it does pick up the KO onto the Ninetales, which is exactly what we want here. And now that Rain's not up as well, we're not too threatened from, well, as threatened from that Tapu Fini when it decides to come back in. So we've got to expect maybe the Arcanine to come in on my opponent's side of the field now to get just the Intimidate off and to help the Muck survive a little bit longer. But maybe we see the Finny come in as well as an answer to that Mudsdale. So Tapu Fini coming in. Okay. Well, one thing we could do is switch out well, we could sub with yeah, we could Horn Leech into Tapu Fini. I think it's probably Sashed or Scarfed. So we could switch out there, bring in Arcanine. Get that Horn Leech onto the Finny. And like -1 plus the burn onto Muck, we should be taking the Poison Jab. It's just whether we take a combination of attacks. So there's a Scald coming out. It's into Arcanine. We do take it. This is gonna proc. Oh no, we've got no berry. Our berry is gone. Okay, so a little bit awkward. And just see a curse come out from that. But we are going to lose Arcanine here to the hill damage. Because, yeah, obviously we got knocked off earlier on in the match. I totally forgot about that. But we have got Mudsdale we can bring in. Now it should be... I don't know if it will be faster than that. It depends how that Muck is trained. We've got a hope that Mudsdale is able to take a Scald. This is the thing. Because what my opponent could do is switch in the Arcanine for the Tapu Fini and then go for, like, I could go sub, expect the Fini to switch out and go for a high horsepower into that Muck. Expecting the Arcanine to come in. No, we just see it staying. So going for that Scald again into Mudsdale. Do take it. We don't need to worry about a burn because of the terrain. We are going to be able to get rid of this Muck and get a free sub up with us, Bulu. So hopefully the high horsepower hits here. Knock off coming off into Mudsdale, but because we've already procced the berry, we'll be fine. High horsepower into Muck. This should take it down, and it does. So we're not in a bad position now because, well, we're not in the greatest position, to be honest. Because the Scald, we've got to imagine they Scald into the Bulu, but hopefully we take a Scald, because if my opponent doubles into Tapu Bulu here, then we're in not a great place. But I don't think we protect at all this next turn. I think we just double into the Tapu Fini with a Horn Leech and a high horsepower. So it might double into the Bulu, but then if Mudsdale can take down the Tapu Fini, then Mudsdale should be able to take the Arcanine on one-on-one. So there's a Scald. Where's it into? Okay, into Mudsdale. Alright, we should have protected here. There's a Flare Blitz. This is gonna... yeah. Break our sub. Horn Leech. Take down the Fini at least. Get some health back as well. Don't think the crit really mattered there. Ha! So. Everything's buffed by a little bit of hail damage. But we'll just recover that back with our leftovers. So whether or not we can take a Flare Blitz here, I don't know if we're going to be able to. Because we could Leech Seed, or we could just protect. Let's protect this turn. The hail stops. Okay, so well, we better go for a Leech Seed. Thing is, I don't think we're gonna, without the Intimidate, we're not gonna be able to get a sub up. I don't think. We kind of need to get a sub up. Like, we might be able to take a Flare Blitz, but I think we'll be able to get maybe a Leech Seed off, but nothing else. The thing, the recoil will proc the berry probably on it. Let's go for a Leech Seed. There's the Flare Blitz. It's all about what this does. This might even... Yeah, so we're probably better off not going for the sub there, because we wouldn't have got it. Now, it does proc the berry. Leech Seed. I don't think we're going to be able to get enough health back in the time. We're going to need a double protect, I think, at least, to get enough health back. But you never know. You never know. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to. We're going to need a double protect here. So there's one. See a Flare Blitz. Yeah. You know, we saw Tapu Bulu do it yesterday. Can maybe do it again today. So... What health are we on? I think we're pretty high up, like a lot higher than this. Yeah, we're definitely going to need another protect. So let's just lock in with it. Let's see if we get it. I think we can win. If not, then we lose. Protect. We get it! Oh my god, this Bulu is a god. So we should maybe have enough health now. Maybe. Because it left us on about 35. So we'll see what this puts us up to. Yeah, I think we just take it. And let's go for a Horn Leech. There's a Flare Blitz. This might kill us, you know. It might have been a low roll last time. Yeah, so. Either way. Very good game to my opponent. I don't feel salty at all about that. We shouldn't have really got the double protect off. You never really want to win on double protect. But a very good game. I think it's difficult getting our ball position around, and maybe Mudsdale needed a bit more support. The Trick Room option there probably would have been better with P2, so we were probably better off bringing P2 there. Once we get Mudsdale in a Trick Room environment, you know, it's a lot easier for it to function. So something to think about going forward. And we did let our Drift Blim go down way too quickly, but easily, I should say. So, but good game nonetheless. And we'll jump into our next one again. This team just feels like it's dragging on and on and on. You know, it's like the games are dragging on, like taking a lot longer than we'd normally like them to. It's not as hyper offensive a team as we'd normally be seeing on the channel, but a lot more stally and bulky. And it's strange with the combination of Pokemon that you've got, because a lot of them, I mean, P2 is bulky, so is a Mudsdale and an Arcanine, but outside of that, on paper it doesn't kind of look as though it would be quite a stally team when it seems to be, and I think it's primarily just down to that Tapu Bulu. Hopefully we can kind of bring the Corko to a couple of matches and that'll quicken things up, but we'll see how quick we can find an opponent, and hopefully things should quicken up a little bit for us. And keep it under half an hour, that's kind of the goal, I guess, going forward. But taking a little bit of time to find an opponent, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. It was weird when I was speeding up the video yesterday. I kind of wanted it to be like, I couldn't speed up the audio for some reason, which was really strange, because I kind of wanted it just kind of drops out and then you kind of just see the video go do, 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 do. But I kind of wanted that audio effect on the top of it going. But yeah, couldn't get that, so sorry guys. And I dropped that in there pointlessly, but it's burning time at least. Come on, come on, come on. Trainers everywhere. But not one to play against. So we're going to have to jump out, jump back in. And I know Jory always says I should cut these little bits out of the video, but sometimes I do drop nuggets in here of information that are relevant. Maybe I don't today, but maybe we do. So, one thing I would like to kind of throw out and ask you guys is for our Battle Spot Doubles series. So we're starting that again tomorrow. That'll be instead of our QR code series. So we'll have a School of Hard Knocks earlier on in Battle Spot Doubles after that. Now, this week on the stream, do you want to see some Battle Spot Doubles? Because that would be something I'd be totally happy doing. We've done viewer battles the past 2 weeks, and I don't want to get into the habit of doing viewer battles every week, because I think it just takes it's nice when they come around every now and again, and then it makes it a bit more of an occasion rather than doing them all the time, where we might get to a point where people are like, oh well, I played you last week, I don't want to stick around for the stream this week, and so on and so on. So I want to try and keep it to we'll do it once a month maybe, viewer battles, and then the other times we do VGC or Battle Spot Double series content. So this week what I was thinking on the stream was we'd do Battle Spot Doubles, because obviously with the format rules and things coming out, it might be quite cool to go back into that and do that. But we have our next opponent, Moa Man from sunny old Scotland, and they are running a team of Tapu Fini, Mandibuzz, Togedemaru, Arcanine, Garchomp, and Alolan Muck. So Alolan Muck is one of those Pokemon that Tapu Bulu does not like to see. We've got the Mandibuzz on there that will provide Tailwind support for things like Garchomp, that's probably Sword Stance, Groundium. Z, you've got to imagine the Togedemaru there that'll help against those electric type attacks, Arcanine with the Intimidate support. So you've got to imagine that maybe the Tapu Fini is maybe Specs on this team. Muck probably has Curse as well, so that's something to think about. So what are we going to lead off against it? I do like Tapu Bulu here, just to disrupt the terrain. We probably want Arcanine, we probably want... I don't think we want Drifblim here. Although the Will-O-Wisp is quite nice, especially against that Mandibuzz, which you could probably see coming out as a lead, so we could lead Mandibuzz just for that. The Will-O-Wisp is going to be huge for things like Mandibuzz, Muck, and Garchomp. So we could potentially do that. Bring Arcanine and then Mudsdale as well in the back, but we're not bringing the Trick Room support like we did in that last game, but we might be able to get away with it a little bit better in this one. So let's lock in with those. Again, maybe the P2 would have been the better option here. It gives us a better switch in, I think, against Garchomp, and it gives us a better option to hit it with that Ice Beam. But it's easy, and set up bait, really. It's toned bait as well, so maybe we were better off not bringing it. So we see my opponent lead off with Alolan Muck and that Arcanine. And we will lead off with our Drifblim and our Tapu Bulu. So I'm probably going to see the Arcanine switch out here for... you've got to imagine the Tapu Fini coming in on that slot. So Will-O-Wisp so obvious onto the Muck. That's the thing. But I think what I'll do is switch in Arcanine, get an Intimidate off as well, and I will go for that Will-O-Wisp into the Muck. So if we get the Will-O-Wisp into the Muck, it's going to help us out massively going forward. Then we want to look at trying to get the Mudsdale into a position so we can start dishing out some damage on these Pokemon as well. There's the Arcanine switch. Tapu Fini coming in. Okay. So we're not going to get the burn onto the Muck this time around, which is a bit unfortunate. Do get an Intimidate onto it though. I wonder if we'll just see a Poison Jab come out into that Arcanine slot. Oh, knock off into Drifblim. Okay. So I'm going to switch in Bulu again. Pretty obvious this play, so my opponent might play around this and bring the Arcanine in on that Muck. But they might not as well. So you do bring Bulu in, get the terrain control up. There's the Muck withdrawing for Arcanine, yeah. We'll see what this Fini goes for. Maybe throwing out a Moonblast. Muddy water. Okay. So I'm not doing too much damage, but getting an accuracy drop onto the Drifblim there. I think what I'll do is go for a substitute. I should probably protect Bulu here. Sub. Because I could sub and Rain Dance. Because we're likely to see the Tapu Fini leave the field here, I imagine. So let's sub. Let's Rain Dance. Oh no, because the thing is, my opponent's probably just going to cycle Pokemon again. So we could potentially Leech Seed the Fini slot, expecting the Muck to come in on that slot. Or we could even Will-O-Wisp that slot and sub. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go sub and go for the Will-O-Wisp into the Fini slot. Because I expect the Fini maybe to switch out here. Fini just protecting. So we might take a big Flablets to our Bulu here. Yeah, there's the Flablets. We probably should have went for that Rain Dance. Because we're not going to be able to get a sub up. Oh, and the burn. So this game is slipping away completely from us. At least we know the Fini's not like choice locked or anything like that. But Bulu's in a terrible position right now. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to play around this very well. I mean, one thing we could do is protect Tailwind with Blim. We'll probably see no switch outs yet, so. Just a Flablets into the Tapu Bulu. Calm Mind coming out from the Fini. Okay. You've got to imagine the Fini protects this turn to at least burn a turn of the Tailwind. So we could just bring in Arcanine, I guess, and go for a Shadow Ball. But our options are looking pretty depleted for dealing with that Fini now because of the burn on Tapu Bulu. I think without it, we might have been able to maneuver around and potentially get some health back. But like later in the game, not right now, but I think the burn just, there's the protect from the Fini. Extreme speed from Arcanine, okay. So Blim's going to get a free Shadow Ball off here. But the game's it's really difficult for us to kind of come back from this position, especially with the Calm Mind on the Fini. I think I will do is go for a Bulldoze, and I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp into that Fini to try and just keep on top of it, start chipping it down. Arcanine withdrawing. Gonna see Muck come back in. Okay. Here's the Will-O-Wisp. Fini avoiding. Do get the Bulldoze off, but it's not really helping us right now because we'll probably just see a Muddy Water come out from this Fini. Muddy Water does hit both targets. +1. Maybe Drifblim survives, maybe not. No. So Arcanine. Crit on Blim. Bit unfortunate. Arcanine gonna stick around to fight another day, but I think... Like, we could bring in Mudsdale now, but at the same time... the grassy train does disappear. Just we've not really got too many options for this Tapu Fini, which is the big thing. It's a problem right in a second. I think we protect here. Let's go for protect. And I mean, it's obvious that we'd high horsepower into the muck, so it's likely that the muck protect here. The Tapu Fini just go for a muddy water potentially. So if we can get some damage off onto it, we'll see. Muck withdrawing, Arcanine going to come in on that slot, reduce the damage of the high horsepower. And I think because we've lost resource now, it's just extremely difficult for us to maneuver around the board, where my opponent's still all four Pokemon able to really kind of switch things up, and that Fini is so threatening. There's a muddy water. Does connect with Mudsdale. This is going to do big damage. Should be able to take it though. No. And the tailwind ends. So got that Tapu Bulu to bring in. But I don't think there's really anything we can do here. We've got literally nothing to combat this one. We can go Bulldoze. It's not going to do very much damage, but it means it's trying to get Tapu Bulu some sort of control speed here. But I think we've got nothing to deal with the muck now apart from a -1 Arcanine, which isn't going to be enough to really help us out. And Bulu burnt in the position that it's in. We've just not got what we need to deal with this opposing team, which is a bit of a shame, but we probably just made some wrong turns along the way, and then some cards we've been dealt haven't been too kind to us. Yeah, we're going to lose the Arcanine here, and that is the end of the game. So good game to Moa Man, but unfortunately this one, just a combination, I think, of bad plays. We just didn't make the optimal plays at the right times, and opponent got into really good positions, and then I don't think the crits really mattered too much. I think it just kind of hurried the game up a bit for us, I will say. So some aspects to look at this team that we've put together where we've got slight weaknesses, and maybe how we need to approach games is a bit different as well. We're just going to forfeit there because it's going to save a bit of time on the episode, and we've probably already went over the half an hour. But good game to my opponent. Bit of a disappointing end to the episode, but it's something to look on. Definitely one for the episode analyzer at the end of the week to look on where we can move forward with it, because these are the games in particular where you want to be looking at how you've approached them and more how you could have done it differently, because I don't think that game there is one that we necessarily would lose every time going into it. I think we just need to play it differently, and we've got the tools there to pick apart that team. And I think if we just been a bit smarter maybe about it, and had a bit of RNG on our side as well, it might have helped out. The burn was obviously a big problem for Tapu Bulu, but we should have probably never really got ourselves into that position in the first place. So they're the things we need to look at, and we'll look at those at the end of the week. So we will pull this game out in particular, but to look at. But we'll come back stronger tomorrow, guys, and hopefully go on from there. Maybe Pokemon selections as well. We're a bit off in that match, but sometimes getting it wrong is the better thing in that situation, to make sure you get back on the right track with where you're going and where you want to take the team and things like that. So we'll approach it again tomorrow. We'll be back with an episode of School of Hard Knocks tomorrow, but more importantly, we will be back with our Battle Spot double series tomorrow evening. So I do look forward to that. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. I've got a bit of a new team going on, a bit of a mismatch of two popular calls, and I put them together, and hopefully it works. So it should be a lot of fun regardless, and getting back onto the Battle Spot doubles is going to be really fun either way. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, as always, please leave a like on the video. It does massively help the channel out. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe, because we have a lot of things going on at the moment. We've got our School of Hard Knocks, which is this series, which is our daily upload series, VGC orientated series. We've got our Battle Sport doubles, which will be, as I keep mentioning, back tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock, 9:30 tomorrow evening. So will be a lot of fun. We've got our best of 3 battler, which will be coming up this week as well. We're going to have a stream on Thursday over on a Twitch channel. Do let me know what your preference is for this week. And then we're going to have an episode analyzer on top of our School of Hard Knocks to finish the week off on Friday. So lots going on. Subscribe so you don't miss all of that content. And then you further support the channel as well. I will just mention as well that we're having audio issues at the minute. My microphone has broke down. I am in the process of sorting that out. So audio at the minute since Monday is not ideal, but it's bearable. It's better than what it was on Friday's episode last week, and I'll hopefully have this resolved pretty quickly. But we'll leave it there, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. It is always a pleasure. Massively appreciate the support that you guys always give. Let me know your thoughts about today's team, about the battles and things like that. Great to hear as always. But I will leave it there, and I'll see you all for another fantastic episode tomorrow. So until then, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I will see you then. So until then, bye-bye!